legendary rapper out of Detroit. It's 42 Doug on the pod right now, live in the flesh.
See, that's why I don't do pods, bro. Because they're always fucking with me.
Yeah, and like, do you feel used because we were literally just talking about this before?
Yeah, I feel used for a few reasons. I don't think I look like any of these people.
You did admit before the cameras got turned on, you could kind of see
maybe,
it.
But I was just trying to give you something, bro, honestly, so I could turn on you on camera.
Well, to be fair, I was having trouble finding anyone. So you do have a unique look, and that's why I never asked the guest who they look like.
No, I was like, Henry, he's going to hear this and be like, Jesus Christ, this guy was just asking me this. What the fuck? What kind of weirdo podcast is this?
We've done it every week. I'm not stopping now.
In all seriousness, we have one of the artists that I would say is part of the kind of next wave of artists coming out here in Atlanta.
Yes.
We got DavidTheTragic in the building.
I am here.
David, thanks for coming.
And he specifically requested the Snoop Dogg red wine, which is why our lips will be purple by the end of this episode, most likely.
Worth it.
And I was asking him, what is it about the Snoop wine, bro?
Somebody showed me it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And it's strong as shit, bro. And it don't taste like shit. It's pretty affordable.
Yeah. I told him he could have gouged me and been like, yo, you mind picking up this, like, $50 bottle that I love? You know what I mean? Because I asked him what wine he wanted, because he was like, yo, do y'all have wine? He's like, apparently, he said he's not a wine connoisseur, but he's at least like a wino, I would say. He's at least
I would say I drink wine sometimes.
Yeah.
Interested in it
For sure. So what's so tragic about you, man?
Like my moniker, like what you mean?
I mean, I guess in general, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. I guess historically, you can classify me as pretty depressing.
Yeah.
And I think I like the play on words. That's why I picked the name. Like sort of in the vein of like a play or some shit. Or like, you think of like Alexander the Great, like shit like that. But
yeah, it kind of sounds like Ivan the Terrible, like a Russian czar or something.
I feel like calling myself the Great would be kind of like condescending. So like I was like
a little holier than thou.
Yeah, I feel like the tragic is like, I don't know, it's dramatic enough I could fuck with, but also it's like self-deprecating. So like two things I fuck with.
Yeah,
it's the brand.
Yeah,
nice. I like it.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit like glass half empty though, man.
Yeah, but as of 2 weeks ago, I'm now optimistic. So
what happened?
Ooh. David the Positive.
David the Wonderful. What happened 2 weeks ago that you're feeling the optimism inside you?
I can't tell you something happened specifically because that's not the truth. It's more like I just want to feel better, so I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I know you've been, you tweeted about like, I guess 2021 was a big year for you as far as like beating, maybe it was 2022, I can't remember, but like, beating depression, you put again, so like you have battled that, I guess, over.
I said that shit?
Yeah.
I probably say that shit every year, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
that shit, yeah.
That's the nature of it though, right?
Chronic depression.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so how does music play into that, right? Like, is music therapeutic for you, or do you find almost music to be depressing sometimes in like this industry that we're in?
I mean, honestly, for me, music is everything. It's my entire existence and being, and it's as like corny as it sounds for me. Yeah. So like I feel like it's aided. I feel like being an artist is almost like signing up for being a bit bipolar. Like, it sounds a little wild to say, but like just the ups and flows like of this shit, like especially if like you're somebody like me who like is so invested in this shit. Like I don't really exist outside of it. Like I kind of just live with the shit. You know what I mean? Like I embody it. So like however like my shit's doing, like that's kind of how I'm doing, which is very toxic. But like that's just me being honest.
Do you ever have like moments where you find yourself as David the Tragic, the artist, versus kind of just being, David, like is that your birth name, by the way?
Yeah, my middle name is David. My first name is Xavier.
So do you like find yourself having to separate David the Tragic from Xavier ever? Are there like, overlaps?
I guess funny enough, like not really. Cause I never made an intentional decision to be a different person. Mm-hmm. Like I came up with this name, whatever. I was like maybe 13 or some shit. And I'm 23 now. And when I came up with it, it wasn't like, oh, I'm not Xavier anymore. Like that was just my rap name. Like, So it wasn't like I was ever running from my real name. I feel like it just became who I am. So like once I got out of like grade school and I wasn't in college anymore, there was really no reason for people to like know me as Xavier. Not because I wouldn't introduce them, but like they were usually knowing me because of my music or like because of friends I know because of what I do. And they all just call me David. So it's kind of who I am now, but like at the same time, I feel like I'm still Xavier.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like It's more like a layer of like how cool are we or how close are we? Like people I know for a long time still do call me by my first name, and people like I've had friends I met as David, and like we're still really cool too. So like it was just a different place in my life, I guess.
It's all you though.
Yeah, it's all me. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that your rap name has a very common first name in it, it almost feels like that overlap or like transition from one to the other is a little more easy than if you went by some so very, much like a rap name. You know what I'm saying?
XXX
Yeah, like that's not your fucking birth name. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. You feel like it's a lot more casual of a transition.
Because I guess if you remove the tragic part, but like just the David part, you could have easily told us your name was David, and we would have been like, yeah, okay.
I mean,
what's up,
that is
Dave?
what I tell people. Yeah, so that makes sense.
That is how you introduce yourself.
Yeah, like
Is
I
David,
feel like it's
and you
kind of
just drop the tragic.
It is his name.
I feel like it's kind of overstimulating to be like, yeah, I'm David the Tragic. Like I don't know, it's hard for me to take myself that serious. So I usually just be like, I'm David.
Yeah.
And if you like somebody asks, I'm like, yeah, that is the full thing I go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Like but like you're just at a party, you introduce yourself. Like whoa.
Yeah.
I just
Trying to talk to some
and no
girls.
shade to people that do that. I just have never been able to like. I can't not laugh at myself.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Even when I do it now, like I mock my voice. I'm like, yeah, I'm David the Tragic. Like you know what I mean? Because it's like that's how it feels when I say it. Like I don't know.
Damn. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Like I've obviously met a bunch of rappers now, and I'm wondering like how they introduced themselves, right? Like did they introduce like the full rap name, right? Like
From a marketing perspective, you kind of should probably,
No, yeah,
right?
I would
Like,
agree
honestly.
with you. Because a lot of people just meet me as David. Oh yeah, that's David. Like a lot of times, like
they try and
I have
search
to
you
say-
up.
What do I type David in
I have to say
Spotify?
the whole name like later. They be like, oh,
That's
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I probably come off too casual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think
Amen.
Do you think David the Tragic still applies to you? Like you still fuck with the name, or do you think you're just because it's 10? You were 13 when you came up with it.
I would tell you, yeah,
It was like you nailed it when you were 13.
yeah, I got that one right.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Or do you think it almost like you almost had to become it? You know, like that's some
Ooh.
trippy shit, but it's
Some
like
M. Night Shyamalan twist.
since you did spit it out into the universe, then do you think maybe your life has evolved because of it?
I've had people not say that, but like effectively, like the energy I put out is what I'm getting back. But I would say like I dealt with shit before I was 13.
Yeah.
just being real. Yeah.
Yeah,
Without
but-
details, but like you know
Yeah.
what I mean, like so, like it's not like necessarily a new thing, but I can admit, like due to my overall negativity, I probably have brought on more negativity. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Probably doesn't help. You know,
Yeah, I'm,
don't see it
I'm
helping.
thinking through it. I'm like, you check your Spotify for artists every day, and it's the tragic, and you're
yeah.
just
And I'm like, damn, look at these
fuck.
numbers. Fuck, like you know,
I've been
what I mean?
happy as fuck since I
Hey.
named myself the Tragic.
No. I mean, speaking of numbers, though, bro, you've been like constantly evolving. I mean, I think your streams are at an all-time high. I would say your fan base is growing. So, like, maybe it's not where you want it to be. Per
Oh,
se.
I meant it was. I'm just talking shit.
Okay. I was like,
As
come
to,
on,
like,
bro.
Before, like when I was younger, maybe I
Oh.
didn't have as many streams. I'm like, fuck. Like, or like I'm showing people my name. They're like, yeah, that is tragic, bro. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
for sure. So you posted to your IG story, I think last week, and this is like the second or third
Are
rapper.
you the hip hop police?
Maybe.
He's the Nardwar.
No, it's
of
more
podcasts.
funny. So it's I think it was like you and two other rappers on my timeline that posted this like similar type thing to their story. Need white man for music video. And I was about to pull up, bro, but I was busy.
I needed
when
you, bro. I had to slap my black homeboy. We wasn't even planning on doing that.
Did he
shit.
go whiteface?
Nah, he didn't go whiteface. We had the over shoulder, so you only see like a corner of him. But yeah, like
So he's ambiguously white
No.
in the video.
No, he's just.
no, he's just not a white guy. Like,
He's
I
just black.
I just didn't get what I wanted.
It was to get slaps though.
Yeah. But not actually slap, just like for fake.
Movie slaps.
Yeah, movie slap. But it's funny you brought that up because I had a homie hit me up.
And he needed a white person too?
No,
He was like, who'd you
he
get?
he was like, because he's not from here. He was like, damn, is it that hard to find a white dude in
In
Atlanta?
Atlanta? There's only a few
And
of
I was
us.
like, a little bit, like, because you want to hear a funny story.
Yes.
I had to reschedule my shoot because initially I was going to shoot on like this Sunday, but like the weather was bad. Something fucked up. And like literally, the white dudes weren't even from Atlanta. They were driving from like Virginia or some shit, bro.
He's importing white people, bro.
Bro, I didn't even know till
Trafficking.
day of though. They just told me they could do it.
Just drive
and then
to,
day
like,
of, they're like,
Buckhead or
day
something,
before, they're
bro.
like, yeah, bro, we're riding from Virginia, bro. It'll take a few hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
I was like, bro, I
Damn.
only got this shirt for it. I ain't got no, you know what I mean? Like,
That's real fans, though. Those are people you want to, support. And
nah,
nurture.
I definitely appreciated it. I felt bad, but like it started raining. Fuck, I'm gonna do. Like, I can't control the weather.
Damn.
Yo, he has to reschedule a whole video shoot because he couldn't find a white person. Now I
You
feel
didn't
bad.
say
Like,
come
No, I had
crash
to
on the
reschedule
couch?
for the weather, and then I couldn't find a white person after the weather went bad.
So they turned around and went back to Virginia.
I don't know why they was coming here. So maybe
for
they,
your video, bro.
Sounds like it.
yeah, I think they went back home.
Damn, bro.
Shout out to bros though.
Shout out to them.
Big shout out.
Now I feel like I should have, shifted some things around in my schedule, bro, to make it work. Like, I feel bad. I didn't know you were
should.
that pressed for a white person. I was
White-
like, he probably found someone.
White guilt.
I got a lot of that. Oh man, that's funny. What was the white man role for? Like, so you say he's about to get slapped or something? Like
Yeah,
that
it was just that.
That was it.
Just that scene.
Just
it was
being
just
able
one
to
scene.
just being able to slap a white man.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, you can use Henry right now if you
For
need to get
play.
that. If you need to get that aggression.
Why would I
out.
put my hands on Henry?
I don't know.
Bro, do you have some energy with Henry? You need to discuss.
He does,
Like,
yeah, he's been throwing some shots the last couple
I
episodes.
heard that podcast beef get real. Calls be falling out
right.
all the time.
Or is it all staged?
Ooh,
for clicks.
I don't know.
I guess you wouldn't know.
No, that's funny. I feel like you've really stepped up the music video production, and I think you even spoke on it. Like, you were on like some real sets recently, like full day
Yeah,
shoots
last year
and
I was on
shit.
a few. That shit was ass.
Yeah, not a fan.
Well, no, I don't like shooting videos. I like quality, so I will do it, and I'm gonna do the work. But it's probably my least favorite thing about. I had to shoot some shit. I had to finish that video I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm in this fucking suit. Yeah. And I like I said, I like the art, and I want it to look good, so I'm gonna do it. But like, no, that's my least favorite part about.
It's a
making music.
tedious kind of process.
And I'm a bit introverted more than I come off, and I feel like on camera, like I have to do more of an act. It's not natural for me, and like after a while, like a nigga get tired.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's really
Facts.
When you've done the same shot 5 times, it's like, all right.
not even that. It's just being in a camera that long. I just don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't like how I look before, after. I just don't like myself on cameras. I don't think. Yeah,
You have some
Yeah.
fire videos, so I'm surprised to hear that,
Appreciate it,
man, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, not because I don't. I like videos, and I work with some very talented like video people. So like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
S2S Productions.
S2S.
Shout out those guys.
unannounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
No, a bunch of your videos are fire for sure. So, is the music video dead though at this point, or like, what role do you
who the
think
fuck saying that shit?
Who's saying that?
people are saying that?
There go that shit, bro.
People.
Motherfucker see one thing on Twitter, bro. I swear
Bro,
to God.
people are saying that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
And-
they're stronger than ever. We're in a video world. Every video is everything.
Yeah, I just think the argument that I heard was that we're in a short form content.
Can I shift the question?
Sure.
Is the album dying?
Oh,
That's a better
That's
question.
what I feel like.
That's a better question. Yeah. I think you have to earn a level, like you have to earn
But
the
even
album.
then-
You have to earn it.
Our bigger acts, they're not like, I feel like before, when somebody dropped an album, like the time we took with it was just different. Even now, like with our biggest acts, I feel like we don't even take time with their shit. You know
So
what I
true.
mean? It's just like here and gone. Like
It depends.
I feel like the template is just like singles, like, and then EPs, and then singles, and then EPs, and then maybe a mixtape, but it ain't that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then even when they drop these albums, I feel like, in a way, like, fuck, I'm finna say something crazy. Not that crazy. In a way, streaming has made it that, like, we're prioritizing, like, amount of songs and, like, streams over even quality at times, I feel like.
That's not crazy
There's, like,
at all.
pressure by majors to just put out as much as possible because of streaming. And I feel like that's also taken away from quality. But this is just shit I be thinking about at home.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. No, we've talked about that before. It's an interesting argument.
So let me get inside the head of an artist then. Knowing that reality, how does it feel when you're working so hard on a project like Lower Self?
Like
right?
shit.
Like shit. Like no, seriously. Does it feel?
I mean, well, like, that shit did well, but, like, it feels like, I don't know, I'm in this never-ending battle with, like, myself and, like, consumer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, a lot of people say they don't, like, I make shit for me. I don't care what people think. Like, I'm not one of them niggas, I'll be honest. Like, I do care what people think. You know? Like, I want to, being honest, I do want to make shit people like. You know what I mean? And also I want to make what I like. So, like, that's been my balancing act for, like, almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
Just trying to make shit I like. And that's what I did at first, but then realizing, like, damn, this shit weird as fuck. Like, I'm looking around like, damn, this who like this shit? You know what I mean? And then trying to figure out, like, damn, can I make palatable shit too? You know? And that's like, I feel like that's my motivation at least. Like, and like as far as the album template, like it makes it discouraging in the sense that like no matter how hard I work on something or try to like curate a sound or create something unique, like a lot of people might just listen to the first 20 seconds of each song. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it, not even with my shit, just with AAA acts. Like, no, cool. No. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how people used to listen to music. Like, when you bought a fucking CD, you play that shit because you spent like $12. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
for real though. Like, you was like, fuck, one of these shits gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
People get to the drop.
or even
now.
if you don't love it, you still spend the whole shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different now, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not even necessarily mad at it. It's just like, you have to adapt.
Yeah.
Getting mad doesn't do much.
Hell no. Yeah,
No,
never.
I think you said it perfectly about some people take the approach of I want to make shit that's for me and like fuck what the audience thinks. And we go back and forth on this, even with the content that we make here at the podcast, right? Is we know what's gonna get views. We've seen it. We've got, TikToks that have done millions. We know what could work. But it's, you even sent me a video earlier of like shit, like how much do you do it for yourself? Because that's what's going to sustain you, right? Because the second you keep making shit that's only for other people, that's when you burn out, bro.
I don't know. I'm crazy. I've been told. I think you can do both. I just really do.
Yeah.
I think you can do both. I think I can make stuff that's palatable and originally unique.
Yeah.
I think I can do both. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to keep trying. I might never get it right, but I feel like it's possible.
That's got to be the mecca, right? Like that's what everyone needs to be striving for, I would say almost, right?
I wouldn't say that. Everybody has different goals. Those are just mine.
But as an artist, I would say that most people want to be the first of whatever they do, but they also want fuck tons of people to see it or hear it.
Some people just make music to make music and
That's
don't
a
give
great
a fuck.
generalization, I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like,
I am lumping all you fucks into one little group.
I mean, I would say
Definitely.
like in itself, like just like entertainment is like it's just all subjective. So like some motherfuckers just want to make money, and if you want to make money, you probably gonna make the shit that's the most palatable. You know what I mean? Like some people are just in it for the art, like type shit. So
Where
like,
are you on that spectrum?
I'm not motivated by money. I do want to like. I have goals.
Not work at Walmart.
I don't want to work at Walmart.
Shout out to
I wanna
people that
be,
do, though.
For real, that shit sucks. I want to be, not for real, like, shout out to y'all. Like, I want to be just a touring act. That's really, I don't really have these huge goals. Like, I probably have to rethink my goals, honestly.
He's saying them and hearing them.
Mid-size
No, I've been talking about a few
venues.
weeks, everybody's like, damn, just that, you know?
You can reach a little higher, David.
Mid-sized venues, intimate venues.
Yeah.
I want to be able to tour as much as I want, live off of that, you know what I mean? Make beats for people. And every now and then have a song that breaks through, like whatever like weird existence I exist in, like. And I feel like I've already shown that even in like my microcosm, like of a reality. Like I like the idea of being able to, even as weird as I am, make songs that everybody can like too. Maybe it's not every song on my shit, but like I know there's always gonna be a song that everybody somewhat fucks with.
Yeah.
And I do like doing that.
You have a pretty wide variety of sound, I would say, too. So yeah, I could see like how some people could connect with something and not something else. Which is another thing that we talked about is like, how much do you think you should focus on having like your sound versus experimenting and making different? Do you worry that you're giving people a sound and then they're going to expect more of that sound?
I mean,
I've shit similar.
My fault, boss.
No, yeah, go ahead. I basically.
I mean,
said it.
like this is some shit I talk about constantly too. Like, I feel like in a way, like, well, like I have two parts to the answer. Remind me, I have two parts, so I don't go on the rant.
Okay.
Well, firstly, I would say like when I first started making music, my goal was to be unique. Like, that was my main goal. Type shit. So anytime somebody told me I sound like something, like I would move in another direction with a goal of originality. And then I woke up one day and like I think I achieved that, but nobody knew what the fuck I was doing. Like it was like, what is this? So I knew that like being unique is cool, but like it also takes away your reference point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when you're actually doing something that nobody is doing, like the idea of that is cool, but people actually don't understand that.
Bro, I mean, there's a fear of the unknown always, just in life, and people forget that applies to luxuries like listening to music, right? Where me as the listener, if I haven't heard it before, or if there's not some sort of, to use your words, a reference point, if there's not some sort of reference point that I can kind of latch onto,
Yeah.
it turns a lot of people away.
and my second part that I would say,
See, he remembered that he had 2 parts. That's
I was
good.
ready to tell him.
Yeah.
I would say, like, in a way, it has bit me in the ass because I hear a lot of sounds that I was experimenting in when I was younger that I moved away from, that people, that there's whole lanes for now. And I think about how, like, damn, like, that could have been me if I just kept making this. But, like, at the same time, making the same thing never has really satisfied me internally.
Yeah, you wouldn't be fulfilled.
Yeah. So even, like, with Lower Self, like, it's not the same shit. You know what I mean? I tried to be a bit more descriptive and be like, yo, this first half is like, there's 808s. Second half, there's guitar. But like, it's still like not the same track playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type shit. So like, I don't know. It's like a balancing act. But I also, like, I've learned enough about myself to know that like, I'm never necessarily gonna make the same shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I can make a cohesive project, but I don't know if that's always gonna be my goal with shit. Like, I'm gonna always wanna have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's another one for you. Another thing we talked about lately, because some fans won't care so much if your album's kind of all over the place and goes from this to that, if they're just a fan of you as a person. So as an artist, you got to make content to, you know, market your music. How important do you think it is for people to just like you, David the person, versus the music these days?
Very, bro. That's why I keep doing these fucking podcasts.
He's like,
Shit,
that's
bro.
why I'm
Like,
sitting
please,
here,
why I'm here. Fuck
talking
with me,
to
God.
you motherfuckers.
It does matter, like, and I feel like through all my experimentation, I've curated that. Maybe it's not as like this crazy amount of fans, but I feel like I have people that just accept me for me. I have people that regularly tune into maybe my releases and be like, I don't know what I'm finna fucking hear, but I'll probably like some of this shit. You know what I mean? And like, I like that space I created for myself, which is the counter to like if I was making one sound and I try to drop whatever the fuck this is now, but I was only making songs like the second half, like, you know, this whole time, like people be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You're consistently different.
exactly. So like, in a way, like I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Because there's no expectation of me to do a certain thing. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like,
Yeah.
and that's fucking cool to me. Like,
Yeah.
It is.
So, you know, you posted recently, or at least a while ago, about a fan had DM'd you, I think, showing just mad love about you, you know, demonstrating growth as a person and as an artist, right? And so,
when this shit happen?
dude,
Fucking playback Ben,
you
bro.
did it.
Dude, he
Clap
did
that
it.
shit up.
You did it.
I got the
pop it up on the screen, Henry.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, exactly. No, but clearly, even if you don't remember saying that, that happens.
Wait, so what happened again? My bad.
Basically, you just posted that, you know, a fan had you know, reached out via DM, I think, you know, basically just supporting your growth as a person and as an artist.
Okay.
Yeah, and clearly that happens. So whether you remember saying that it happens or not, I'm assuming that
No,
it happens.
I probably posted it, and that shit do be happening.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, so-
shout out them niggas.
Yeah, I mean, how does that, you know, for someone who is somewhat self-deprecating and like you're very critical of yourself, it seems, from what I've, you know, gathered.
Oh my God, you're reading me, Ben.
How does yeah, I know.
Are you a Taurus?
How does yeah, what's your sign? No, but how
Hey,
does something like that affect you, right? Like does that put the battery in your back as far as keeping going when maybe you're feeling like your shit's ass and like, you know, whatever, because you've said that about yourself, you know?
It's true. These are things I've said.
Yes,
but-
you remember saying that.
Yeah, I've definitely said that.
That's more the tragic
I
kinda
would
way of
say
thinking.
Exactly.
I mean, this shit is dope, bro. Like, if I think about it, like sometimes I have to step out of myself and my like current self and think about when I was fucking 12 and I wanted to do this and I was too scared to. Like the idea that people like me enough that they listen to my shit and they'll DM me and say, like, oh my God, this helped me feel like this, or like this got me through this. Like that shit is really, it's cool as fuck, bro. Me being transparent, like, I don't know if it keeps me going because like I'm just fucking negative. Like it's fucking awful. Like
Send him
so
more
I
messages,
really-
people.
Right. He
I
needs
really
positivity.
only remember the negative shit.
Like the
I
hate.
appreciate the positive shit. I always respond to it, but I only really remember like my bad reviews when people don't.
And you're not alone in that. That's such a common
like,
thing, bro.
They're
There's
so
some-
toxic.
Yeah,
Barry,
there's-
Barry tweeted that the other day.
And there's some comedian that talked about it. You could be in a theater of 2,000
What's his name?
people. I can't remember.
Damn.
Yeah, I wish I listened to a lot of podcasts with a lot of comedians. So there was a comedian that basically talked about how you could be in a room, a theater, crushing it, right? 2,000 cap venue, 1,999 of them are laughing their fucking asses off. But you're going to hear that one dude that's booing.
Yep.
That one negative motherfucker is going to scream louder than all the positivity that's coming
those
your
60
way.
people that walk out as soon as you get on stage. And you're like, yo, y'all pull up. And they just be like, ugh.
Yeah, it is just fascinating.
It's human nature, bro.
As humans,
We're fucking fragile.
Nah, bro.
we're negative.
The thing is,
The tragic over
the thing
here.
is, I talk about this shit. If the homie see this, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I say this shit constantly, bro.
We're gonna clip this.
People want it all. You can't have it all. That's the issue, bro. There's like an unsatisfaction with shit. You know what I mean? Like, so no matter what you have, you're always gonna look at the other shit or the next thing. You know what I mean? Like, damn, if this one motherfucker would, or damn, if this shit would just go, like, you're always gonna fixate on the other shit, I feel like. I feel like it's human nature too, in my opinion. I could be just projecting my negativity all over this podcast properly.
We need to practice gratitude.
Honestly, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just a lot easier for you to remember than people that counted me out than people that didn't. You know what I mean? Like, and
That's so sad.
It's trash. At least speaking personally.
It's so sad.
And I do remember the people that fucked with me, but the people that had more of an impact on me, like the reason I got as good as I did is because of who didn't fuck with me. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
It's because of this. Like, it's when I don't get an opportunity. It's when I don't get a chance. It's when I'm slept on. It's when people forget. You know what I mean? What I like. That's the shit that motivates me. I'm motivated by spite and anger and negativity.
If you see like a comment that's like, yo, it's the hardest shit I've ever heard, you like it and you forget about it in 10 seconds. You see someone that says, this is trash, you're up all night.
Screenshot. I'll give an example. So 2021, when my project called Still Alive came out, I had a single called Allergy. And I got posted on Hood Clips. And they tore my shit up, bro. Cause I had a crop top on in it. And they were just on my ass, bro. Like, they was saying a lot of very negative and fierce things, and I spent 2 weeks just reading every single one. Yo,
shit. Cannot be
honestly,
good for the
bro,
mental.
it had a really bad effect on my psyche and my self-esteem.
I believe that.
Which I already struggle with. So I would suggest to the next guy, don't look at that shit. Yeah, don't look at that shit.
It's tough though, right?
Yeah,
and even if people are talking shit, somebody's fucking with you.
Right.
And you just gotta weed through it, because that's how life is, bro. Not everybody gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? When I do a show, I don't think everybody gonna leave being my fan. Obviously, that's my goal, but like, it's usually 3-4 people like, damn, that shit was hard. You know what I mean? The rest of them like, cool. But like, it's usually, you know, you take a small group from the masses usually, you know? And that's really how you gotta take this shit, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
In any medium, by the way, like anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, comedy, music,
all that shit, yeah.
Just other normal jobs, whatever, you know. It's interesting. Not only do we hear the negativity screaming loudest, but oftentimes it legitimately is the loudest person in the room.
That's funny.
You know? It's funny. Supportive people, to your point, if we just like something, you know, we like it for real, like, and then we physically click the like button, we're just maybe, unless we like are some fucking super fan or stan, maybe we'll drop a comment, maybe we'll drop a share, whatever. But it takes an overwhelming amount of like, you know, intense support to be supporting that way. Just your casual supporter is not gonna be in the comments fucking arguing for you. You know what I mean? Like, but people will be so quick to just drop some crazy ass negativity in the comments, you know?
I love it.
That's what, yeah.
It means you're doing something right. Honestly.
Going.
It does. It's a sign
No,
of
like,
success.
literally, it keeps me going.
Damn. That's interesting. So, okay. So
No, let's shift from there.
the Dip music video with Kenny.
Do.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna catch y'all folks later, bro.
how was that shot? Like did you get to see them editing you basically hitting the bubbler and then melting into the couch?
You said it was like in the editing room?
Yeah, like did you get to see how they do that?
Oh, of course not.
Well,
I saw like a
was that
draft.
was that so
like
cool?
I saw like the pre-draft before it was like the VFX.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I didn't see all that shit. You wanna so effectively it was like I sat on that fucking couch.
Yeah.
And then I took my clothes off in a bathroom and then brought them out and then put the clothes on the couch. And they shot 2 different shots. Yeah.
Whoa.
Cool.
But I didn't know what it was gonna look like. The reference was the commercial, the fucking.
Yeah, the drugs commercial.
Yeah, the drugs commercial. But I didn't know what that shit was gonna look like. And when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?" I remember like, that shit. That video was crazy, bro. Like,
Fire video,
it's
man.
a good video.
I remember I posted that shit on. I posted on my Instagram, and they took it like they took it down because they didn't. I was like, and I had to like, what's the word? What do you do?
Appeal it?
I had to appeal to Instagram. I'm like, yo, I made the beat. Please put it back up.
This is my
It
shit.
was like a copyright error. Yeah. Hell yeah,
So you
like,
produced
bro,
that one too?
I did produce it.
Hard.
That's my first like real placement.
I love
Yeah.
the simplicity, man. That's a lost art right there. Is the simple shit. Like it's just creating a vibe. You don't need a whole lot to create a vibe, right?
Thanks, big dog. I fought that beat a lot. Honestly, like I feel like when it comes to production, like I'm very minimalistic in the sense of like I'm never gonna overproduce something.
Yes,
You know, like,
I'm guilty.
that's
of
why
that
I like
sometimes.
working with other producers because I feel like I make fuller things. But by myself, most of my beats would sound like ideas to the average like person. But I also know there's a lot of artists like that because there's room for them.
Yes.
And then we can like produce after around them and shit. You know what I mean?
How much time is spent, would you say, just, any given week between David the Tragic artist and, are you David the Tragic producer as well?
I
or do you
am
have
that.
a different? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
how's your time spent?
That's a good question. I would say like this year I definitely slowed down on creating. I kind of burnt myself out the end of last year trying to finish some new music and shit. I think I put a little too much pressure on myself. And I had to take a little break. So like I just got back into swinging things, I would say, this month. And like I really don't like, I don't know. I had a producer tell me like, cause when I first started making beats, I started in December of 2020. So I've been making beats like 2.5 years now. I would say them first 2 years, I was like on some like 5 a day or like I'm trying to make as many beats as possible. But then I had a nigga tell me like, bro, like honestly, that shit's not true. Like once you get 5, bro, you don't gotta make 8 beats a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like just make it when you want to or when you're inspired. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of the tip I've been on. But I still like produce for folks like here and there and like, obviously work on my own shit. Yeah.
Do you? Like, is most of your music now at least somewhat produced by you, would you say?
I wouldn't know.
No.
I definitely compete. But like I have like my roster, like for me to like, I would be literally ego tripping to make my music just all my beats, bro.
Because you work with
the
such
producers
great-
I know are too good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm good enough now. I can compete with them more for placements on my own shit, which is funny saying like,
Yeah. I was like,
because
what
you're
does he
making the
mean?
decision.
yeah, I'm making a decision, but I'm the type of dude, bro. I'm picking the best record. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna pick. Oh, I made it. Like I've had times where I almost have, and I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're tripping.
That's not it. Yeah.
No, like, cause you gotta. Like, I feel like the biggest thing, and I can talk about music. I feel like it's in art, but like, I can say music because it's my experience. Like being aware of yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses.
Huge.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people get in their own way because they feel like they have to like do everything and shit like that. But in reality, bro, you should just do what you're the best at. You know what I mean?
We know people that, they want to DJ for themselves. They want to produce for themselves.
But I get
They
it,
wanna-
bro, because like
I don't. I
Well,
don't, bro.
I guess in my head it's more like I did this shit. It's like it's empowering.
That's ego. No, that's ego.
It's ego, but it's also empowering. It's self-empowering.
Ego is empowering.
Yeah. I'm just saying I understand. I'm not saying I agree with it. Like,
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
if
I try
that's
to
what
be
makes you-
empathetic too, but
It's your shit, bro. That's how I feel with this shit, bro. So if you want to work that hard and like fucking it take you 8 years to finish some shit, bro, knock that bitch out, bro.
Right.
As soon as it come out and be like good shit, like you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
really what you want. I would say personally for me, when my shit started to literally shift, is when I started relinquishing control.
Yes.
huge.
When I was young, I feel like I was a bit more like, I need to, you know what I mean? I wasn't even doing good. Like you know what I mean?
He was controlling some shit.
Yeah, like I used to want to mix all my shit and I couldn't mix and I wouldn't watch a YouTube video. So it was like the most stubborn shit. And then every time someone would be like, you should get this mix, I would get like mad as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been mixing this shit. But in reality, shit sounded like shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, same thing with like videos and shit. I used to want to like shoot and edit shit. But in reality, like, this is not my thing. I think I can contribute like in that space, like, but it's not my thing. Like my thing is like I can produce, I can arrange, I can be an A&R. I'm definitely a songwriter. I'm a rapper. Like I know what I'm great at. You know what I mean? And that's what you gotta be aware of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really do think it's the awareness factor. And I think that comes into effect in multiple ways, right? Like if you know that your live show is your strength, right, then you need to be getting out on stage as much as possible. If you know that creating content in a certain type of way is your strength, you need to lean into that. I think that people are, to your point, maybe just trying to be good at everything when really you just need to focus on the things that you are good at and like continue to hone those even more, I would say.
I feel like trying to be good at everything, you're breeding mediocrity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's just not possible.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes. You can be great. Like, I feel like there's like, I don't know. I hate to like, I like sports. So I make a lot of like
analogies. Let's get
sports
it.
analogies. So
Yeah,
like, I
big
would say,
basketball
like,
guy, right?
I love basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite team?
I'm actually a Miami Heat fan, unfortunately.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah. So I would say they call these are things they call like NBA level skills. So a lot of, obviously in high school, like you're the guy. And then in college, you're probably like some association of still being the guy. But when you get to the NBA, like not everybody's the guy.
You're
There's
just
like,
a guy.
There's like 10 of them like that just get to shoot everything they want. A lot of people have to fill into a role. And your role is usually your like highest level skill. You know what I mean? Type shit. And like I feel like to exist in that ecosystem, you have to like play into that. You know what I mean? And you can try to do everything you want, but like I feel like your growth in a way will be stunted. Like a lot of people get kicked out of the league because like they can't fill into that role. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of how I view it in music too, as far as like you could do everything okay, or you could find what you do great. You know what I mean? And start there. Not saying you can't move into more things, but I feel like it starts where you're the best at. And that's obviously just my opinion. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think the problem for artists is a lot of this shit is expensive, man. Like, an artist for trying to do this full time, you get a job, like you pay for studio time, pay for a video, you pay for this and that. And it's like, oh, I can go on YouTube, watch a couple tutorials, and do it myself and still be able to get something out.
But that's my thing. Like I said, if you can do that shit good, do it. I'm talking about if you ask.
You gotta know. You gotta know when you're
not good at it.
Know when you're asked.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can teach yourself how to do that shit,
know when you're
fucking
asked.
do it. But know when it's
David
like
the Tragic.
not my thing.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, damn. I mean, it's expensive as fuck. So I do get it. And I think I do want to be clear that you do need to do whatever makes you happy and actually gets you, you know, energized to keep doing it. So if doing everything yourself is what fulfills you, then
Do
I
that
don't
shit, bro. Do it.
Exactly. I don't want to feel like I'm coming
that
across
shit.
as you have to do X, Y,
Nah,
Z.
Ben, you already said this shit. Stand on it.
No, but what I
Sound
will,
wishy-washy,
but
bro.
what I will say is that I think you made this point. I think that it will.
Good deflect. I like that.
It will. No, and I'm saying that I agree with what you said. I agree with what you said. In that, I think that you'll go. I think we've had a guest that said further and faster in your music career.
Definitely did.
If you delegate and relinquish control to the people that are super jazzed about mixing. Like, let the mix engineer who's fucking pumped about mixing your record mix the shit. Because he's going to be excited as fuck about it. He's going to be better than you, most likely. And
Just
also,
how you're passionate about what you're great at. He's passionate about that.
Exactly.
Or
I mean,
she or they.
yeah,
like type shit.
Yeah, like we're actually in the middle of this within our own company right now.
Yes.
If you didn't hear this conversation unfolding.
Shady.
Yes.
No, it's basically that I'm trying to start doing more of what I know I'm good at, even though I've had to, because we're a startup company, we've had to do things that maybe for cost reason, literally all the things that we're saying is applicable to what Henry and I are going through as far as like, all right, Henry, you're good at this. Like you're really fucking good at this part of the business. I know that I'm really good at this. Let's fucking do those things right now and see what we can do, right?
See where we go.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not to say that we couldn't have kept going the way we were going and gotten to a certain level, but I think that we're gonna really hit our stride and go, you know, further and faster, if you will.
In our music career.
In our music career, yeah, for sure. So, all right, I feel like, you know, kind of like how I opened up, there's this new wave of Atlanta artists right now, bro. Like, I don't even want to list them all.
No,
but-
because you're gonna miss somebody.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna be the villain origin story.
Exactly, but yes.
Ben didn't say my name.
But you know who you are. A bunch of them have been on the podcast as guests. And I wanted to understand, how do you view that, you know, next wave of artists here in Atlanta? Like, are you guys friendly? Are you competitive? Is there beef within some of this, like, next wave of artist community? Like,
I mean, bro, it's art, bro. So there's always everything you say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just in any space ever. I would say personally, like, I don't know. I don't have any ill energy to any other person.
just to yourself.
Yeah, like just to me usually.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like I feel like there's a sound bubbling here that's been bubbling for years, and now like the other crew is out, and like there's more young folks in like doing like different types of shit, and there's just like I feel like Atlanta a lot of times gets typecasted for its mainstream sound, which is like the
Babies and the Future.
and the more like maybe street oriented music. But there's also this alternative music here, and not just in hip hop. Like here, like band shit. Like it's just hella shit here that people aren't hip to because it's not necessarily as loud. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I fuck with Atlanta, bro. It's weird as hell. It's black as fuck. It's gay as hell. Like
It is
for real
different.
though. Like you know what I mean? Like there's just no place like it. You know, and I feel like the art reflects it. But not everybody gets the same amount of shine they should.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I hope to change soon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think we have to stop being the mecca of mainstream rap for that to happen because we fucking have been for how long now, right? Long time.
I don't think that has to be true. I think somebody just has to do their fucking job, bro. So, like, let me tap in real quick. I'm off the line. So, like, I feel like the way these A&Rs be fucking moving, bro, it just be like whoever get hot. Like, Ben get hot, they come grab up Ben. Ben already get signed, so they just grab up the 4 niggas around Ben. You know what I mean? Type shit.
Yo, does that mean you're getting a deal?
Exactly. But nobody, I feel like people aren't.
You're getting one too?
I feel like people aren't doing their job. You know what I mean? Type shit. And I feel it even in my reality, like where it's like somebody might fuck with me and then they see the acts I fuck with. And they're like, damn, they're hard. But it's just like, you should know about them. It shouldn't take me like doing the groundwork for you to just step in and be like, oh yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like people should be down here doing groundwork because there's talent here. You know what I mean? All types of talent. You know, type shit. It just takes somebody willing to fucking look.
Yeah. And I think that the alternative sound that we have here, there's a lot of mainstream artists that have, I guess, kind of come up in a similar sound, right? Like you got the Cardis and the Uzis or whoever, right? But it's still a little different.
So when you say alternative and you say them, like, what do you mean?
I just mean they're probably the most mainstream examples of not street rap.
Okay.
You know?
And I would say they both teeter the line
Of street rap still,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
They're not.
I would
they're not
say-
that different.
I could go more Uzi because like I feel like he was always weirder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I feel like that's an example of something being weird as fuck. And then like it breaks through and everybody's like, oh, I fuck with this. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like you see that a lot. Like I be feeling that way. I'm like, I don't have shit, but like I be feeling like, damn, my shit's fire than I feel like. But it's just like I feel like it's harder to get. Like when you talk about alternative shit, it's harder to understand until like somebody is co-signed or this guy's dick riding them or like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like on their own, most people are gonna be like, I don't understand this. Like until somebody makes it make sense for them. I know that sounds ambiguous, but like actually that's what I mean. Like, like it takes like I feel like there's a lot of things in like this space it takes like I said, the co-sign, whether that's the production, like the big producer or the big act or like you getting on the big act song, you know what I mean? Type shit. And then it's also just like backing. I feel like I was just talking shit about this. I feel like a lot of the artists I grew up on gave a misrepresentation of what independence actually is. So a lot of people feel like there's acts that were telling us that I did this all by myself, but in reality, they never did.
Independent does not mean you don't have a team.
Yes, honestly, independent don't mean you got no label. Like being real with you, if you're not signed to a major, they don't even consider you signed, bro. They still call you independent.
Yeah.
Which is, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's very confusing.
yeah, it's not though. It makes
No, I'm
sense.
saying, but they make it, you know,
There's no handbook.
they make it ambiguous.
I understand. I would call it ambiguous over confusing.
Yeah, sure.
So like, when I say that, I mean like, when you look at it, like the shit makes sense. It's just like we're portraying something that isn't accurate to reality.
Yeah.
So we give all these kids a false hope of like what reality is. And then they get there and they're like, what is this shit? You know what I mean? But like everybody got a fucking team, bro. Every nigga that said they alone, they not. You can't do this shit on your own.
No.
You know what I mean? You can't, bro. And the last thing I'll say, like, a lot of people probably give up because of these reasons. Because I feel like the biggest thing is your consistency and your persistence. I feel like throughout all this shit, I've been persistent. And that's the only reason I'm in the position I'm in now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that give up for good reason. Like, I feel like we shame people for quitting, but like, it's like nobody's fucking with you. You ain't got no money to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is ass, bro. So like,
So quit.
Exactly.
Why
would you like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm delusional. I'm fucking crazy. That's the only reason I'm still doing this shit.
You might be the GOAT at something else too. You might be the best like chess player in the world or something.
It
comes back to the awareness factor.
Yes.
There's a lot of very unaware motherfuckers in music, bro.
Yes, but like, I don't know. On just to close the topic of the alternative space, like I feel like the cosign, the backing, and like, you know, like just the lack of knowledge, like, is the reason why there isn't light on a lot of these different acts.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do, and people don't know, these A&Rs and these labels don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Opposed to the shit we already have a lane for. We broke 6 acts that already fit in this. You know what I mean? We could push you out through there. You know what I mean? Like, I might sign this nigga. He too weird, though. He gonna sit next to me. Like, I don't know what we finna do with his ass. So, you know what I mean? Like, so.
You got some room over there.
So, so you do feel, though, in my, you know, from the outside looking in, I do feel like you and a few others are in this weird, like, super bubble, like, almost like purgatory area, right? Where you haven't made it.
I call it limbo.
Limbo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably a better, descriptor for it, right? You're definitely not unknown, but you definitely have not broken through.
I'm not unknown, but they know who I am. People I grew up listening to know who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in rooms, but I'm still broke.
You said it better than I
for
could.
real. Like,
No.
I've been talking about this shit for like 4 or 5 months, really 6 months, because it's just like
Limbo sounds
I'm
terrible.
in this space where people perceive me as more successful than I actually am, which is cool, but also depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, you're going crazy. And obviously I'm not a hater. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate you. But in my head, I'm like, yo,
I gotta
I'm
make
here with
rent
the
next
same
month.
bottle of tequila. Like, I'm not doing better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, it's really all perspective, I would say. But like, it just comes down to what I said before. You just gotta keep going. And that's what they fucking tell you, bro. But honestly, bro, like, I be willing to slap niggas in the face when they tell me that shit. And not because they don't mean it. And it's so dual, like, I don't know. Because it's true. That is it.
Yeah, because you mentioned the consistency and
You
persistence.
just have to keep going.
You know you
It's-
do.
It's true, but you hear it if you do this shit long enough. Honestly, if you do anything long enough, that's all you fucking hear.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep going, bro.
Just keep going, bro.
Just gotta keep fucking going.
Just
It's like
keep
eventually
going.
you're like, bro, shut the fuck up. Obviously, I know I gotta keep fucking going. Help me. Who do I have to talk to?
Right.
Is anybody gonna network down? Probably not. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
which is another like side note. Like, I feel like the key to this shit, in my opinion, is networking across and networking down. My bad, Mike.
You're good.
Networking across and networking down. Because networking up is usually too expensive and just not plausible.
Yeah.
But like networking across, you usually can work, you know, for service exchanges, shit like that.
Yeah.
And networking down is usually just a lot more obtainable. And there's just, I don't know, we should just start looking within our own communities a lot more. Because a lot of the talent is here, but I feel like naturally we're always going to look at the biggest examples of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that we've heard a lot about kind of like that networking laterally, approach. And I think more people need to, it's just so hard to not want to chase the people that are on.
You can do both.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah. So what do you think for you specifically, what will it take for you to break through to the next level right now? Like what in your mind needs to happen?
It's the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah.
Honestly, keep going. You know how I feel? I'm one opportunity away. That's it. I'm prepped. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm just one opportunity away. And that could look like a many of things. You know what I mean? It could be anything. To me, making the right beat for somebody else, getting another placement. You know what I mean? Getting on somebody else's song, somebody, you know what I mean? It just come down to like really just like one opportunity. I think get on the right tour, like somebody fucks, you know what I mean? It's just one thing and it's gonna make sense for me.
What he's saying is he needs to keep going.
Yo, just keep going, David.
Effectively.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
So is it true that you lobbied to be on tour with JID and Earth Gang?
I guess you could call it that.
Lobbying is a
I
interesting.
wouldn't call it lobbying. Like,
What did you do?
asking people to. Well, really, I said.
Because I think you said
I think
this.
he just tweeted, "We need openers," and I was like, "Jid, please put me on your tour, bro." And then he was like, "I mixed the butt up." He just quoted my lyric, and I posted it on Instagram. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, like he's gonna take you on tour," and I'm like, "Probably not." Like,
Shouted me out though.
and then I DM'd him like, "Yo, bro, like." "Yeah, take me on tour, bro." And then he was like, "No response." So like, as you can see, I'm not on tour. So.
Yeah.
But like, not every opportunity is yours. And like, one thing I'll say to people, like, whoever listens to this long of me talking, I would say like, there's a lot at play. You know what I mean? Like, people might say you can like get as many Instagram comments as you want and you'll get on a tour, but that's just not what happens, bro. There's politics, like
So many politics.
You never know who managing who know who. Like, it's really, I don't want to say it's out of your hands, but like it usually is.
Those things are already decided before they post that type of shit a lot of times.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say like, so to anybody listening, like when they post these major tours and they're like, we're looking for openers, they already have, like you said, true openers. They probably already have direct support and a real opener. They're usually looking for like regional acts to pick up like maybe 6 or 7 dates.
Yeah.
And you got to think how many people you're competing with. Not to say lose hope, it's not possible, but just to tell you the reality of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I've seen some of our Atlanta people get picked up for those kind of 5-6 dates.
I remember when Father went on tour last year. I remember he picked up Surf for like maybe the southern region of that tour.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is I've actually seen, I think Marco Plus.
Yes, I saw that.
Actually got picked up for a few dates for the Token tour. That was a nationwide tour
With Grip?
Yes,
no,
he did.
But he did that tour
Yeah.
as well. But I'm talking about for this most recent one with Token and Ben Riley was on this as well.
Oh, I think I read about this. Yeah,
And so Marco Plus, I'm pretty sure he didn't even get the Atlanta date. And I'm like, this makes no sense
He's
to me.
in Atlanta.
That I didn't understand. And I feel like I've seen that a few times where these people have gotten picked up and not even gotten their hometown date.
I mean, I'm not sure where Chris Patrick is from.
Yeah.
But I know he just closed out Jid and Smino's tour.
Yeah.
That was like Tennessee.
I think he lives in Tennessee.
Okay, then that makes sense.
Yeah, I think he lives in, like,
I guess he
Chattanooga.
got what he needed.
Yeah. There you go. For sure. All right. So, Lower Self, I think the highest stream song on that is Drugs, right? So talk to us a little bit about your relationship with
substance abuse.
with substances.
Expound. Give me some more context, bro.
I guess like
That's one of them. You just
when
trying
did
to
you
get me
start
on
doing
TikTok.
drugs?
Let's get an acid
When I
story
started
or
getting
something.
high,
Yeah. When did you start getting high?
I wasn't really a smoker in high school. The homies was. I was like the straight edge friend, believe it or not.
Same here.
So I think I might have had my first I might have hit my first J when I was like 15, but blunt or whatever when I was 15. But I really still wasn't into like smoking. It was like whatever to me. And I think I drank the first time when I was like 15 or 16. Like they threw me a birthday party and like one of the homies got me like a bottle of Hennessy, something gross. Like type shit, yeah. Yuck.
How about psychedelics?
Hennessy is a group.
I did
fantastic.
acid the first time when I was 18.
Okay.
It was my senior year.
I thought he was about to say seven.
Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
My bad. It was my senior year of high school, like my second semester.
Did that go well?
Yeah, I've done acid like around like 20 something times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
I've done shrooms of
What about the
Few times,
psychedelic
too.
experience do you like? You know what I mean? Because I've done each, in my experience, and I'm just curious as to what it is that you enjoyed about that.
I'm a thinker. So I feel like it just allows me to tap in with my lower self.
Yeah.
But like actually, yeah, and just deal with shit I can't deal with. Like I feel like I'm always dealing with something and learning. But like when I'm that high, I deal with shit I'm more uncomfortable with. And that's what I like about like acid and shit. I just tripped up like a month ago, honestly.
Yeah, it's weird though, because for me as an overthinker, as someone who likes to think as well, that is actually what overwhelmed me about my experiences with psychedelics. So
Well, I feel like, in my opinion, I'm not you, obviously. You just have to remember you're in control.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it is hard, but like
That's hard.
No, for real, like, and like I also like I accept things. So even I've had bad trips,
Yeah.
maybe 5 or 6 bad trips, yeah. But like you just gotta accept it for what it is and learn from it.
Isn't it weird that even if we have a bad trip, we do it again? I feel like that's weird, right? That's like almost psychopathic.
My bad trips were near the end of my psychedelic days.
So you kind of gave up. You're like, okay,
I did a few more
I would
times,
say it's like I said earlier, man. It's fucking perspective in my opinion, because like I like journeys, and shit don't always go your way, bro. You know what I mean? Just because shit don't go your way don't mean like you gotta stop, or quit. Sometimes it's just like an experience. Like you get that high, bro, it's not always gonna be a fucking good time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna deal with some weird shit, and you gotta learn from that shit and think about it, And that's how I look at it. Not saying I don't do psychedelics nearly as much as I used to. But like I still dabble because like I do like the experience. I think I did shrooms and I did acid this year.
Have you experienced that ego death?
Yes, sober and high.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I've gone through like I don't know, somebody's gonna be like, it's not true. But I feel like I've gone through 3 or 4 ego deaths, like real like reawakening.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I had to shed a lot of programming I had as a child.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like the way I viewed the world, the way I view myself, a lot of like the stuff I was brought up to believe, or like I learned from my environment, I feel like I shed it when I got older. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like a lot of things I think I had natural inclinations to not like, I let go of, if that makes sense. Like how I view like, let me get corny, there's a buzzword, masculinity. Like for real, like I feel like.
And now you're rocking crop tops?
I guess you could call that in essence.
I'm just saying, yeah. Like
no, you could say like that, but also just in like just how I view like being what a man is. I didn't necessarily grow up with a father in my house. My dad wasn't a deadbeat, but I lived with my mom exclusively. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like,
are you from here?
Sorta.
Okay.
I was born in Florida, like Broward County.
Yeah.
I'm from Broward.
Nice. Yeah, but I didn't stay there long enough, so it doesn't count. And I moved to Georgia when I was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I lived like in the city, and then like first, second grade, I moved around. Like so, I've been around Marietta, Alpharetta, like, and then in middle school, I went to middle school in Sandy Springs.
Okay.
I went to high school like that North Springs station on top of the market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah. So like, I forgot the fuck I was talking about, but yeah.
No, just basically how you kind of shed yourself of some of that.
Oh yeah, I just feel like
that
there's a
you
lot
had.
of nasty man programming you get as just growing up as a dude. That like I feel like I went along with at times, but I never was necessarily felt okay about, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
and I feel like it gave me a perception of what I was supposed to act like, but in reality, like you shouldn't be acting like anything. You should just be yourself, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So with the hood clips crop top thing, I'm assuming you got a lot of homosexual or that sort of commentary.
Yeah, like just a lot of even besides that, just nasty shit, just not nice things to say.
Yeah,
like
but probably couldn't be on YouTube right now. Type of comments.
Yeah, not definitely just Instagram comments. Yeah,
Twitter comments.
Some
Twitter,
demonetization.
Twitter would have been worse, honestly.
Some demonetizing.
But yeah, shit like that. But like, I don't know. Like, I guess getting older, like, I don't know. I fuck with me, bro.
But like, just for the record, are you a straight man?
Am I straight?
No, I'm just wondering. Like,
Am I bi?
Are they way off?
I fuck with girls.
Okay,
but I'm also a viber, so I be chilling. I don't necessarily like. I exist in a lot of queer spaces. I got a lot of gay homies. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say that to say like I don't necessarily care what people think I am.
No, sure.
I know what I'm into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no,
like,
I find that like empowering to be honest.
Yeah. Like so like I used to, but then I realized like I can't control it. Like, it doesn't matter if whoever I've been with, like, people are going to see my crop top and say whatever they want to say about me. Yeah. So, like, at the end of the day, it's just like, what am I going to do about that? So, like, I don't know. I just be vibing, and I let people think what they want to.
I think you should have worn a crop top on this episode.
You might have gone viral.
Over my suit.
The vest is hard.
Come on.
Yeah.
He does look like he just came from an interview. Though.
Right. I look like I'm at the interview.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can you give us, like, the treatment for this music video that you
I don't know why
for?
today I knew you was gonna ask me if I was gay on this podcast. Like I had a thought on the way here. I'm like,
I didn't even see this clip.
Yeah, like I know you didn't.
You
but like,
brought it up.
No, but I didn't know you. I didn't say ask me that. Like, yeah, bro, ask me if I'm gay.
No, I just am wondering. Like, most people probably came at you, and I was just wondering, was there any?
No, I'm not.
Because if it was true, then it'd be like, all right, they just were saying whatever.
I'm trolling you. I'm just expressing like I did have an inclination that this question was coming today.
Wow,
it's because I've been watching hella interviews in preparation for your interview.
Oh, he did his homework. Wow.
Yeah. Nice. And I was like, remember that one time Charlamagne asked Donald Glover if he was gay on the Breakfast Club? I was like, I wonder if that would happen to me today.
Did he just compare me to Charlemagne the God?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
No, I didn't. I was just. It was an interview.
He said, no, I didn't.
Not at all.
Well, yo, so
Yeah, I think I'd be
David,
dead.
David, you have an amazing story, man. You got amazing energy. I am glad that you're turning your tragic nature into more optimism as of a couple weeks ago. We'll see how long this lasts, but I hope it lasts forever.
Until the next interview. I'm back.
Fucking Grouch is back. But David, we have entered a final segment of the One More Time podcast.
Oh shit.
We'll see how off the wine you really are.
Oh shit.
Yes.
They finna ask me some bullshit, y'all.
Are you gay?
I can actually cross that one off.
time.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not gay?
Are you positive? No. This
Seriously though.
This is
My mom's gonna hate this shit.
No, shout out Mama Tragic, man.
For real.
Come on,
Shout
Mama.
out
Mama, I
D-Sid.
gotta ask the tough question.
I don't
doing his
care.
job.
She's the one that be mad for real.
What, in like a you better not be gay way or something?
Nah,
or what?
just more like she was like, I know my son isn't gay.
Oh, she's like-
I'd be like, Ma, you sure?
She's gonna hate that. She's definitely gonna hate that.
it wasn't that bad until you added that part.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mine was
that's great.
okay. Man. You sent us over the edge, man.
Yo.
Okay. In all
for the
seriousness,
bit, bro. All for the
All
bit.
for the bit, for the clips.
we're gonna
Yeah,
get some
man.
clips and some bits out of this. This is the rapid fire rampage with David the Tragic. It's gonna be a 3-part rampage. I'm gonna start off with just some short answer questions.
Okay.
I'll explain the other parts as we go, but starting off with the
Wait,
short
hold
answer.
up. Oh, shit.
This part gets
Oh,
real serious.
shit.
You got to dial in. This is very serious.
Yeah, I took my lenses off, so listen.
And I like to talk, like very intimate into the mic like this because
Okay,
it's
freaky.
serious. David, what is something you've been meaning to do but you keep pushing off?
I know exactly what it is. Fuck. Skip. I can't think, bro. My bad. Fuck. It's something.
Have we ever had a skip before? I don't.
Fuck. Oh, these podcasts.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's go.
That's good. David, you can go back in time and relive any one day of your life. Describe that day.
My New York show last year, October 9th, Sunday,
It was just magical.
2022. Perfect day of my life.
Damn.
Love it. You live in medieval times.
I'm a slave.
Actually, my question is, what would your job be? I guess that.
Probably slave.
I guess that's acceptable. That's not where I wanted to go with
Damn
that.
it, David.
I didn't want to go there.
My fault. I was too quick. I was waiting on it. As soon as I hear pre-1900, I'd be like,
Literally, we already get racist hate for being white people in hip hop, and now we have a black person calling themselves a slave on our podcast.
My bad, post. Shit.
Yeah,
going south.
this is not good.
All right,
we might have to edit that out. No, I'm just
we're
kidding.
just gonna move on.
Keep it.
Moving
Keep
on.
it.
David, what do some of the videos in your current YouTube algorithm look like?
Fucking Tony Yayo interviews, G Unit. I've been watching hella G Unit interviews, bro. I don't know why. It's been like 3 months of me watching G Unit.
That's what got you prepared for today?
Yeah, I've been
Was
waiting.
a Tony Yayo interview?
Yeah, yo, like I don't watch 6 Tony Yayo interviews. 50 saying that nigga 50 is hell. I be thinking I'm hell. I'm like, man, this nigga hell.
Nah, you were easy, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy, bro. I think I'm funny, but I'm not like hell. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely
At
not
least
hell.
not on camera and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, after this, I don't know. We'll see what
shit,
happens.
we'll
but-
see.
Okay, for this next question, we're gonna need your phone.
For what?
You'll see.
I don't know.
Okay, well, just pull it out, and you can feel free to decline
she
the question. But whip it out. I didn't say whip it out.
He said, pull it out.
Pull
we'll
it
see.
out. No, you keep it.
Oh, I
Okay.
keep it in my
yeah,
hand.
so you can,
Yeah.
you know, this is like a
Yeah, we're gonna take
honesty
your phone.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like an honor system thing, you know?
We're going to the call log. 4th call down.
Oh, fourth go down.
4th call down.
If it was some hot shit, I ain't saying it.
Yeah, feel free, but if you can, who is it and what you talking about?
2:30 afternoon. Scam likely. Cop out.
Man, fucking robocalls ruining this bit.
If it get me.
David, who has the best fast food chicken sandwich?
Good question. 2:30 afternoon.
It's 2:30 afternoon and you want a fast food chicken sandwich. Where do you go?
Love is good. I'm trying to think. I feel like that's a great question. They all taste worse now, though. They
Think
really
so?
do, yeah. Like Chick-fil-A ain't what it used to be. Wendy's ass. I'm gonna go with the meat chicken. Nah.
The McChicken.
Pubs up.
Pubs
It don't
up.
count, but it count.
Publix fast
He's
food.
not getting any chicken sandwich. He's getting a pub sub.
I mean,
Anyway.
over a chicken sandwich,
Of
I
course.
would rather get a fast food burger, honestly.
For sure.
I don't know if it don't make it better, but I'd rather
They're
eat
both
that.
bad.
They're both bad, but I'll fuck with a fast food burger
you
first. Yeah.
Last one of the short answer. What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Part one.
Part one.
Part one. I'm gonna need some wine for part two. Hang on. Ben, say something. Keep them entertained. So we got to keep retention up, Ben. Say something.
How's the Snoop wine treating everybody?
I like it.
You like it? It is kind of
feel like-
nice.
Yeah, it gets you faded, bro, but not like sloppy faded.
Yeah.
You just everybody. I feel like by the time like we're all probably tipsy. You know,
I'm
Like,
not.
you're
I
not-
don't drink really.
You don't really drink.
No, like not that much.
I told him to
for
hold
So
it.
I just had one glass this whole time.
I told
Okay,
him to
that's
hold
nice,
it.
bro.
Hold it for
Yeah.
show.
Well, like me and bro, probably a little faded because we've been
getting there.
killing this bottle. Yeah.
I'm a big guy though. It takes me a decent amount.
Yo, my tolerance is smoke because my little sobriety break. So
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he hasn't done that.
yeah, bro. It was my first time.
doesn't know about that.
It was my first time in like a year, honestly.
Oh man, that's great.
Okay, moving on to the this or that portion. I'm gonna give you two choices
We
and you
can
pick
go with
one.
this, or we can go with that.
Exactly.
You can go with this, or
Already
you can
knows.
go with that.
David, drums or melodies?
What am I better at? What are you asking me? Like, what do I
That's up
pick?
for interpretation.
Chords. Duh.
Lyrics or flow?
Flow.
Horror flick or anime?
Horror flick.
Clowns or magicians?
Neither.
Eggs or grits?
Neither.
Tragic.
For real.
Go completely broke or have all your current music taken down forever?
I'm already broke. What do you mean?
Keeping my music.
I love how amazing he is about just the transparency of bro.
This suit not Louis. That was you saying.
He just interviewed for a job at CVS. Guys, don't get.
Bro, this is the interview I'm doing.
Are you trying to get hired?
No, I'm interviewing for this.
Permanent
I'm the
podcast.
third host.
Permanent host.
I sit on the end.
I'll have him back. I'm down.
Bro,
honestly.
look, bro, I'll sit on the end.
I'll definitely-
Whoever
Yes.
sits here, like,
You
bro,
gotta sit next to him, put an arm around him. Maybe?
come on, like right here, like, buddy. Like, you know what I mean?
You look pretty cozy over there.
Come on.
All right, all
It
right.
works. It works.
I could get used to David the Tragic on.
He's got to bring the
on.
Snoop wine every time.
I know
though.
I could be
I
a
brought it.
infrequent guest.
True.
We need
My
that.
fault, Ben. Get your credit.
Yeah.
We know you did it, bro.
Yeah.
Just trying to give him one there. But.
No, I got the fucking wine. Let the record show.
All right. All right. Moving on. David, are we going to give up underwear or give up smartphones?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
You
can have a tablet.
All underwear for everybody or just me?
Just you.
Just do I?
It's
give
kind
a-
of funnier actually if it's for everybody.
right. That's like a big decision.
No, because that makes it way easier. If no one has underwear, it's normal. He's the only motherfucker that never has underwear.
Damn, that's a good one, bro.
That's what I do.
Because free balling kind of be a vibe,
Yeah,
but also
facts.
not in every pants situation. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't know. And my phone is the devil. So like, fuck. Like, can I sell my laptop if
Yes.
I can?
You can have an iPad.
Fuck it. Wait,
We'll give you an iPad too.
neither.
Oh my god.
This is the worst this or that because he's
Hasn't
not
been great.
choosing this or that.
Hasn't been. Yeah. Option
Chill,
C.
bro. I'm sure it's like 3.
Yeah.
3 out of 8.
He's like a 50% hit rate.
Not like 38%. Doing
Pretty,
good.
pretty poor. David, free pizza for life or
Pizza.
free whoa
Pizza. Fuck it. Pizza.
or calorie free pizza?
Pizza. The real one.
They're both pizza though,
No, but the real one for life.
but one of them you can eat as much pizza as you want.
It won't taste
and
as
maintain your figure.
You know it won't.
won't.
That shit
It
gonna
won't.
be
It's
ass.
It's not like gluten free, vegan bullshit.
What the fuck is it then, bro?
It's worse.
It's magic calorie free pizza.
No, it's bad.
All right, fuck
Something
it.
wrong with
That's a
that
good question.
shit.
I don't trust it.
All right, last one of the goddamn this or that. You guys are ruining my this or that. Legless or dickless?
What? Neither. What the fuck? Not answer that shit.
Dude.
He's not going in the rapid fire
Definitely
rampage
not.
Hall of Fame.
He might go down in the worst rapid fire rampage Hall
Bottom
of Fame.
5. Let's see what he does in
Top
the
5
last part.
interview.
Yeah, no, it was
Interview.
great. It was great until that.
Awesome interview.
Yeah,
for
great
sure.
interview.
I don't answer shit I don't want to.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Let's see what you do on the word association. I'm going to say a word. You just give me a word right back. First thing off the top of your head.
He said,
Starting with hip hop.
Popular.
Color.
Black.
Check.
Blue.
Wife.
Black.
Whip.
Slaves.
oh my God, this podcast is taking a terrible turn.
I mean, he asked me. I told him how I felt. See, that's that thing. Motherfuckers don't be wanting you to say how you actually feel.
Yeah, you should have skipped that.
Then they grunt.
But that is the beauty of the word association at the
You
same
wanted me
time.
to answer him. I
Yeah.
could have skipped it.
He's let him keep going. That's fine. That's fine. That's what he thought. Lil.
Huh?
Lil.
Lil?
Lil.
Like L-I-L?
Like Lil. Lil.
Like Lil Wayne?
Sure.
That's a great answer. Moving on. Jet.
Huh?
Like a
Spell
jet.
it. G-J-E-T.
G-E-T.
Oh.
Not a jet.
Oh, I thought you said jet.
Yeah, no, jet.
Fast.
Gin.
Nasty. Wait, actually, retract. Dangerous.
Okay.
I've only,
He's had some.
every time I've had gin, I blacked out. Like every time, bro.
Oh, Lord.
Raccoon.
Skip.
Flower.
Daisy.
Cuba.
Castro.
Just in time. Happy.
For real.
Lower.
Deck.
Worst rapid fire rampage in history.
How do you not go lower self?
Yo, thank God the interview was fire.
Didn't you do it for
because
me?
That was
It was
bad.
an alley-oop, man.
No, in all seriousness, David, appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes, enjoyed it, man.
As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. Henry, until next week, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting the fuck out of here. Peace, y'all.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time.